But that's the problem. Like you're trying to come to an understanding based off of things that you understand, but you don't understand what's going on. So you want to do things how you understand it. So therefore you can't move forward because you're working off of your level of understanding, but you're not breaking it down to try to understand the process of what you're playing.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me. Not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the
Dirty
chains
Trunk
of what's
podcast where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your Morton.
Just in
Back
case
remotely.
that went through in the recording, I'm going to repeat that. He said that this is your boy Marcus Morton, and I am your co-host of the Dirty Trump podcast, Aaron Mack.
Hey,
I don't
we are
know
back.
what just happened there. You just like phased out for a second. It was like, like they beamed you up for a second.
Too many people on the Wi-Fi. That's probably what it is.
Probably what it is. I don't know. I ain't got nobody on the Wi-Fi here, but Alyssa, she writing, so I don't think she burning up too much data. Courtney over there watching Netflix.
Yeah, we got the boy watching YouTube. She on Hulu, and then I'm here. So
Oh no, that might be the problem right there. They might need to go to McDonald's real quick.
facts.
Go ahead, drop them a 20 and just send them on their way.
You ain't gotta go far, but you got.
But just get off the Wi-Fi. You ain't gotta go far. Just let me have the network for a few minutes. I ain't stick around long enough to even see it, but thank you for that. I just use that as an excuse to get my time back from HR.
Come on.
Bro, I couldn't do it. Like I was like thinking about all the stuff that I needed to do, bro. And like I was like walking around trying to find reasons to justify why I'm there on my day off. I'm taking work from people who work under me, and the people under me, they looking at me like, yeah, we just gonna let you work since you want to be helpful and stuff. And I'm like just trying to be present and in the state of mind, like, yo, you at work, do not slack off because they will see you because you have a target on your back right now. So go ahead and stay present. Like I got to a point where I was like, bruh, like I walked past you and I seen you dancing over there at the joint, yo. I was like, yo, it's that slow. It's that slow. I was like, I went and told old girl, I was like, look, man, you gonna have to find somebody else to do what you got me doing because I ain't gonna make it. I'm gone. I got a life to get to, man. Yeah, bruh. They can have that.
I mean, my reasons for leaving won't kind of like yours. I did want to get home and like just do something else that wasn't work.
Right.
But I was feeling it, man. That fifth day, it does something to you. Doing it for like a month straight, and I was just like, yo, I'm tired. Like I feel sick, nauseous. Like I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of wearing this mask. Like what does the sun look like right now? I don't even remember. I just need to get out.
Oh man, I feel you.
Seeing four walls. Like
I feel you, bro. I feel you. And 6-sided boxes. I feel you. Hey, man. Like I was talking. Oh, go ahead.
No, because it's just kind of related to the topic. You get it.
But yeah, like I was talking to Ryan, man, and bro, he was like trying to like, I guess he was like trying to talk me off the ledge, but I was like, yo, I'm not on the ledge, I'm good. But he was like kind of talking to me like I was like complaining, and I was like, hold up, I gotta restructure how I'm saying this real quick because I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. Like what I'm saying is that I could be doing something a whole lot more productive right now, but I'm here. And his response was, but yeah, this kind of goes to the investment. And I was like, that's true. But me trying to figure out how to invest in myself it's also something that I can't do while I'm here. And then I talked to Dennis, and Dennis was like, I told Dennis, I was like, man, I felt like I wasted my day, man. I ain't got time to do nothing. And Dennis was looking, Dennis looked at me and was like, but Aaron, you wrote a book. I was like, you're right. You're right. Now let me go market the book, but I'm at work, bro. Like, come on, man.
True. That's interesting because they like all right. So a lot of people they would like. How can I explain it? Like it's okay to celebrate that win, but like don't get stuck in that win where you're just no, you're hitting it hard. It's like, all right, I I got this book out. All right, now it's time to market it. After I market it, all right, kind of put some little hints there, get people ready for the second book. After I get the second book, all right, we're gonna market that, just and then now that I made the book, I'm gonna market the book. After I market the book, I got little hints for the second book, so when the second book come out, people are gonna be ready for it. And you just keep doing that, doing the formula just like that until, you basically run out of ideas. And a lot of people, they'll look at that success and like try to compare it to other people's, like what other people did, and try to put you in that box. And because when I came home the other day, I I fixed up a table we got for the patio. One of the little glass tables with the little small metal 4 legs or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make it look nice, make it look as perfect as possible, trying to follow the instructions to the T or whatnot. And then the instructions had me trying to freaking defy gravity and whatnot, trying to hold the piece that's supposed to stabilize all the 4 legs in place. And then I looked at it and I was like, hold on. I tried to do something and it swivels. So I was like, oh, man, bump these instructions. And then I did it my own way and it took about like less than 2 minutes. And now I'm sitting here trying to follow the instructions. It had me doing like the second thing I did as it's like it's a small little formula for life. We always try to follow things or do things by the book, but sometimes you just gotta do it your own way.
You just gotta do it, bro. Like, oh man, I'm glad you went there, bro, because me and Alyssa had a conversation about that last night. And like, she got this thing where she trying to learn how to cook, or I don't even like to say that she trying to learn how to cook. I think she know how to cook. It's just that she do a whole bunch of thinking. She try to go off of every recipe in the book, trying to follow every little instruction. And every time, quiet as kept, bro. Like every time she following the instructions, that joint come out like I don't know. Like I can't even. I ain't gonna go there. But when she don't follow the instructions, every single time she don't follow the instructions, it always come out perfect. I mean, we always have a perfect dinner every single time. But she gets all stressed out about following the rules and following the instructions. And I'm like, yo, babe, just do it. You know what you want to taste in it. Just go ahead and put it in there. Like we don't have to worry about what seasoning go in it. With this go in it, how much of this go in there. It's like, yo, like I know the consistency, I know what's in it, I know what I want to taste. Let me get all of that right there. Let me throw it in. I don't need to know how many pinches of what go in what. Like that only applies to bacon. Like, yo, it don't apply to nothing else. So yeah, like yo, you're right. That's a microcosm for life because everybody always they want to follow every single rule and every single thing to a T, and they want to do everything perfect, and they think that they can't move forward unless they do it perfectly, and then they realize at the end that I could have just did it any kind of way, and everybody would have accepted it the way it was. It was like how I felt with the book, man. Like I was like, yo, we need to edit this thing all to hell. And Alyssa told me, it's like, yo, you got a budget. We can't necessarily send it to a developmental editor. For anybody who don't know what a developmental editor is Mr. Person that pretty much you send your book to and they send it back to you and the whole outline be read. They just be like, yo, you got to change this, flip the page, this. Like, yo, like they damn near liable to you get the book back and it'd be a completely different book. That's how much they change, bro. But you know, I got to
Come
a
on.
point where, you know, and by the way, it ain't cheap. Like a developmental editor, they probably cost like, I think it's like, they say like 7 cents per word. Now you talking about
Ooh.
you talking about a 50,000 word book, bro. That's a lot of money, bro. So I got to a point where I was like, yo, I'm not about to trip over it. I got 80 books coming after this. Like, I'm not about to trip off of one. Like, we're gonna put this out so we can build the brand up. Building the brand is the most important thing. I can't focus on how perfect it is on the way out. Like, I seen bestseller books got typos in it, so I don't really care about that. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out. And she supported that notion. We put it out, bro, and like, golden, go. Like, I ain't heard nobody say nothing about no typographical errors, no goddamn grammatical things, none of that. People ain't talking about that because it ain't important. You just want to know the story, bro.
Facts.
So yeah, I'm glad you went there, man. I don't know. I think that might be what this topic is about. I think I'm following.
It was just like that day, and then kind of like this morning. It was all about that, all about those small subtle things that we, I guess, not look over, but like they have a big effect. Like they're like that small little pebble that's holding the big boulder back from just knocking down everything.
Yeah.
When you get in that mindset of I have to do things perfectly, I have to you this morning, it was just like the very small things that were just like hitting me just out the blue. Listen to the local radio station, all that, there was just like little nuggets that were holding back like the big boulder. Trying to do things so perfectly that they lose their passion, they lose just the drive they had for it. And really all you have to do is just get out there and do it, get your hands dirty with the cooking. Really, Black folks are known for doing this. We put our foot in the food. The recipe could call just salt. We hold Himalayan salt, grinding.
Yo.
We got so many other seasonings just to spice up the food, and it just be coming out immaculately. Just whole cookouts. Food is gone within seconds.
It'd be like 4 ingredients. Black folks look at that joint and be like, nah, I'm good. Go ahead and add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a lot of that. Like, yeah. Man, that's why Philly cheesesteaks look the way they do when you get them from Philly versus when you get them from Subway, fam. That's all I'm saying. What's up?
Am I good? You cut out when you said Philly cheese.
Oh yeah, I said that's why the Philly cheesesteaks look the way they do when you get them from Philly versus when you get them from Subway.
Bruh. I've only seen them drinks in like dripping with cheese, peppers, onions, a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, dude. Grease everywhere. Like that joint got a whole cup of grease in one sub, just a 6-inch portion. Where is that going, man? Like how do you feel like somebody would get into a mode where they're like where they're like trying to follow everything to a T, but how you feel like somebody would get to a point like that, man?
Lack of understanding. I was gonna get into trying to get into whatever you're passionate about. Once you understand it, once you get that knowledge down to a T, the trying to dot your I's and cross your T's, it won't matter. It'll just come natural. Everything will flow. A piece of you will become a part of what you're trying to do once you get that understanding.
Yeah. I feel like, and it's weird that you say that. Like, I feel like when you say trying to get the understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes to me with like a caveat to that, because people do try to move off of their understanding when it comes to things that they don't understand. But that's the problem. Like, you're trying to come to an understanding based off of things that you understand, but you don't understand what's going on. So you want to do things how you understand it. So therefore you can't move forward because you're working off of your level of understanding, but you're not breaking it down to try to understand the process of what's in front of you.
Right. But to conquer that, always tackle things with like an open mind.
Yep.
You do not. Nobody on this earth knows it all. So keep an open mind. Like other side is seeing a nine. It doesn't mean that either one of you guys are wrong. It's just from his point of view, his perspective, it's something else. But with that, also what I heard this morning was who said it? Steve Harvey. Have to find like-minded people and surround yourself with them. He used the example, the lion. When it's game time, the lion has his pack with him. Nobody's playing around. They just going straight for food. When it's time to hunt, they in full stealth mode. They going to get it. No lion playing around like, hey, they going to get it.
We got the hyena in the bunch. He playing. He ain't trying to eat. He got the hyenas. Yeah, ain't nobody playing around. Ain't nobody playing that game, man. I feel you. I feel that. That's one thing, like, and it's hard, bro. It's hard. Like, I've been, I don't know if you notice it, like, in our personal life, I've been trying to, like, do more reaching up to, like, people that got a higher status than us. They said, like, if you can't pay for what you're trying to pay for, then find people who got more money than you, because you got all the time in the world to put their money to work for them. So like I use that as a with like in conjunction with what you just said about what Steve Harvey said, like find your pack. Like I don't want to just roll with like a whole bunch of people who just like me, because they say that if you are the smartest person in your group, then you need to find a new group to hang with. So with that being said, like I try to hang around with people. I'm like, yo, I ain't got a whole bunch of money, but I got a whole bunch of time. Well, there's somebody out there who looking for somebody like me who got the time to go pound the streets. They can just pay me to do the job for them, and both of us just go ahead and get and eat off of my efforts and their money. So I try, like, for that, I try to find like people who are of higher status than I am, to make sure that I could progress in my future. Also, these people wouldn't necessarily just give me money and just let me go do whatever with it. They'll also mentor me into, you know, the principles that they learned along the way, because more likely than not, they just sitting at a job with a whole bunch of money in their bank account trying to figure out what to do with it. And they learned a lot of things along the way, and they'll tell you, well, you know, when I was your age, I would have did this, that, and the other, but now I can't. So here, I need you to do it. So it's always room to add value to people's lives, man. And it's just all about adding value to the right people when it comes to building your circle, man. That's a cardinal thing right there, man. That's just yeah.
It's just like the what's a good example of that? I would say it's kind of just like, you know, superheroes, how, you know, they got so many different powers and then they just come together and just.
I swear, every time you start talking, bro, it start freezing. You don't be freezing at all when you just sitting there just listening, bro. But as soon as you start talking, that's when that joint cut out, bro.
Probably because and then what if I just stay perfectly still while I talk? Shit work
like a ventriloquist or something.
Perfectly still, symmetrical.
I mean, I guess we could get Jeff Dunham or something over there to hold you up, then.
Nah.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Just like superheroes, man, they come together with many strengths and weaknesses, and they're unstoppable when they come together. A lot of times we always think that we got to do things like on our own, when a lot of times, like, it's not that hard to just ask for help, reach out. There's so many different things on there. All it is just reaching out, trying to find them and reach out. Shout out to Herb Surdy. Turns out I was following the group I ain't even know I was following. That was into the whole video game scene. People that'll that are willing to help out and like video game creators.
Playing and Jobin?
Yeah.
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 Shout out.
They just right here. They were right there in the palm of my hand. I was just like, just mind boggled. I'm sitting here trying to, create video games.
It's all about being in a part of a community and what we talk about on one of our previous episodes, getting off of your own planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always had like a big issue when it comes to that, man. And but I know we went there before, but it's like that whole thing, man, like trying to let somebody in and like it just turns out not to be what you needed to be. Like that happens so often, man. Like I end up in situations where, asking for help always leaves me more stressed out than it was before I even asked for the help in the first place. And I had to get to a point, right, where I was like, look, either you're going to do this or you're going to ask somebody for help. And that's the problem with it. Both of those are the right answer, right? And that's the problem. You don't have a wrong answer when it comes to that. If I got to do it, it needs to be done. But at the same time, how much time and effort can I put into doing this? Like I got affinity design, right? And affinity photo. And I told you we already got a contract with the artist, digital artist, a digital designer to do the book covers for the next 9 books. And at least it's not a written contract, but my man said he's willing to do it. He's been working for years, so he already said that he's going to definitely be our go-to for our upcoming books. But
all right.
But yeah, like for that, like before we even had that conversation, man, I was like trying to figure out where we were going to get where we were going to even find the book cover, because that was one of the things that was holding us up, was getting the book cover done in the first place. And I downloaded Affinity because me and Alyssa were just like talking like, yo, we might have to learn how to use this so that we can save money.
Right.
All right. So I'm about to drop a big nugget right quick. All right. So I want everybody to pay attention. So we talked about vices, right? And people who don't have money, what is their biggest vice?
They got to get money.
They got to get money. Or not only that, do they have to get money, they had to keep the little money that they do have, right? So we were in a conversation about these book covers, and we were like, okay, if somebody's going to charge $500 to make a book cover, right? This program only costs $50 to get. There's 2 programs. We get both of them for $25 a piece. They run just like Photoshop. They're good. It's all right. It's done. Cool. Whatever. We go ahead and start using them joints like right away. We start making our own album covers. The problem is that last time I tried that, bruh, last time I tried to do something like that, I used Photoshop and what is it? Adobe Illustrator. Tried to use those joints. It took me like 4 months to make an album cover when I used to do music. It took me 4 months to make the album cover when I was doing music, bro.
Right.
4 months. Brother, you know how many books I can write in 4 months? Like, for real, that's the trade-off, man. That's a trade-off. And because I was so focused on doing what I thought was correct, right? What I thought was the right thing to do. That I was trying to follow the rules that I had set, the rules that were already predetermined and already pre-exposed to me. I was trying to follow that rule of saving money, but what I should have been doing was trying to save my time. So what we ended up doing, the equation that I ran in my head was, okay, you got this guy over here charging $300, $400 for book covers. You got this time over here, this time frame that you may put into this book that not only do you have to learn how to do how to use the program, you got to learn the philosophies and the theories that go into the artistry of making a book cover. This dude over here already got that. Like, he ain't not, like, yo, you got to put 10,000 hours into figuring out how to be in order to be considered a professional at something, you got to put 10,000 hours into it. 10,000 hours, not $10,000. It probably sounded like I said $10,000, but you got to put 10,000 hours into being a professional at one thing. Well, I've already got 10 years of writing, so I think I'm good on that part, but you can't afford, because you don't have money, you can't afford to spend 10,000 hours not writing your book. It's not rocket science. You can't do that. You ain't in a position to do that right now. So why should you? So pretty much I bought the joints for nothing. I'm just gonna go ahead and be honest, transparent. I wasted my money on it, but I can still use it a little bit for like small things, like making like the marketing, advertisements, and all that other stuff like that, because it don't take a whole bunch of work and effort to do those. But at the same time, like, yo, you talking about you about to sink hours and hours and hours into this when you could be writing, and it could take this dude 2 days tops. 2 days, bro. He made the first book cover. He came in on that contest, made that first book cover in like a matter of hours, bro. He dropped that concept in a matter of hours, bro. Like, real talk. Like, I can't do that. I ain't got that in me. He been doing this for years, bro. I've been writing for years. He couldn't write. I couldn't probably give him the pen and tell him to write the book, but he could get me to write something for him if he needed to. But you know, and vice versa. Like, I hope that makes sense, man. Like, so a lot of people out here trying to save in the wrong areas of life.
Yeah.
They're trying to save in the wrong areas of life. And I find myself in that situation a lot. Like, the best example right here, right? Like, you're driving down the street, you see this gas station on your way to your house, right? This gas station charges $2.79 for gas, right? But you know that if you just keep driving just a little bit past your house, you'll find a gas station that sell it for 10 cents cheaper. Bro, do you know that that's a philosophy that most people would go for when it comes to buying their gas? Some people will go out of their way to get 10 cents cheaper gas, but not realize that they're wasting a whole bunch of time trying to do that, because 9 times out of 10, that gas station that's 10 cents cheaper is probably out of the way. People do it all the time, man. Y'all got to get to a point where you're saving in the right areas of your life, and once you get to a point where you're saving in the right areas of your life, then you'll be able to blow up. You'll be able to do things that you didn't even realize that you could be doing, man. Most people don't even know that they spending money wrong, but when you show it to them, like, look, you spent money on this and you didn't need it. You spent money on that and you didn't need it. You spent money on this and you didn't need it. But if you took all of that back, look at how much you would have.
Yeah, it's just like that episode's way long back ago. About how you told us super long ago about how the dude showed you how how he was on top of his money game, and if you go to your bank account and see your list of like
Your
small all that smallness adds up. Time adds up, and time is something we can't get back.
Right.
So spend it wisely. Figure out the formula you need that works best for you. To get you closer to your goal. A lot of times we have that situation. We're trying to find shortcuts and the quick routes, but the quick routes may be more dangerous. They can put your car through hell, put you through hell, and just waste just too much time. Even though it's a shorter distance, it could be, more turns, stuff where you have to slow down, obstacles.
Yeah, we ain't got to go through all that. Just say that it take more time.
Right.
That's it. It take way more time. Like I seen people go out of their way for gas, and it take them a whole hour to get it. Like, what do you mean, bro?
You wasted more gas in the process.
Like how much is your time worth? Like that's the question that I had to ask. Like, how much is your time worth? Is your time worth 10 cents? Like for real, like is your time worth 10 cents? Are you talking about you taking all right? And most people like they don't get math. Like math is like not everybody's strong suit, right? But most people just be like, all right, so yeah, I'm saving 10 cents on gas. All right, you got to get 13. You got what? 13 gallons of gas. And you saving 10 cents off of 13 gallons, bro. It's $1.30. Come on, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like real talk. Like yo, how much? How like you about to waste your time and blow a whole extra hour trying to get 10 cents cheaper worth of gas for $1.30, bruh. It's like the same thing with people like at work, bruh. Like yo, you'll see people standing in front of the time clock, at 5 till. At 5 till, you able to clock out, bro. They'll be like, yo, you can go ahead. We ain't gonna hit you with no unpaid time off points or none of that. At 5 till, you can clock out, bro. And I seen people literally stand there for an extra 5 minutes talking about, yo, I'm gonna get all of my money, bro. Do you know that those 5 minutes don't even count for nothing, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, how much is your time worth, man? That's the question, man. How much is your time worth? Like, I don't want to hear nothing about the money, bro, because the money don't mean nothing to you because you about to spend it on something anyway. Like, how much is your time worth? And for people who like Mark said, we had like eight weeks straight of not like mandatory overtime at the job, bro. Mandatory overtime, man. Like, it's killing me, bro. Like I gotta work 5 days straight. And on the 5th day, when I go into work, there's literally nothing to do. The job is literally keeping us from doing the things that we should be doing because they know for a fact that if we figured that out, they wouldn't have us anymore anyway, bruh. Like, yo, that's why they keep hiring a bunch of kids, bruh. They don't know nothing about life, bruh. They don't hire people who like got their shit together. People who got their shit together and got their thought process and check, bro. They don't last there. Why? Because those people they break the system, bro. They break it. They completely destroy it. There's no way for a person who got they spiritual shit together to last long there, bro. They do not. It's not a thing, bro. It's not a thing. Like, yo, that's like in the job. Corporate America know that, bro. Corporate America got that on lock. That's how they keep you in there, bro. Jeff Bezos wouldn't have never worked for no job like that, bro. And if Jeff Bezos, look, come on, look. If people like, I'm just gonna say it like this: if people like, Sam Walton worked the job like I worked the job, bro, I wouldn't even be in this situation right now, because I wouldn't have never worked his job. I wouldn't have never worked at Walmart distribution because, you know, Sam Walton would have just been at a job. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, yo, for real. True. Like somebody you pick a brand, bro. Pick a brand and find the owner of that brand, not the CEO, not the COO, not the CFO, none of them clowns. Find the head of the brand, the person who owned the brand. Find that person and look at their track record. They never did it. Never did it. They never locked themselves in the system like that. Why? Because they value their time. Now I'm gonna take a wild guess, Mark, and I'm gonna say that this episode had nothing, like the topic that you had in mind had nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now.
This episode was brought to me just about like small things that happened yesterday and that kind of led to this morning. Thing with the table, Steve Harvey, he said some real strong things this morning, and just stuff in like my own thoughts. It would be right now that we're going through this. You know, shout out to Lamar and, you know, a couple of other friends that made it out that are doing real well with stuff that they got going on. Lamar with the comic book and writing, you know, he got out. And it would be, you know, us going through this hardship right now with our job having us in there 5 days a week now, because they ain't do this last year.
Nah.
But, you know, when we trying to, you know, Exactly. Now that we trying to, actually do something, it's coming at us hard. And, all it is a challenge. It's there to push us. I know I need it because, you see how hard I work for a job that can replace me in minutes,
And
that
they will, bro.
shows
And
certain
they
types of
will, bro.
favoritism, you know, because I was up there,
Yeah.
when y'all had me in that the position I was Wednesday, I was going hard, bro. I was like, I got something to prove, I like I ain't letting that alarm go off at all since I'm up here and whatnot. And person I was trying to prove it to, they left. So I was like, I don't think I ever like took a break or sat. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm going hard for the wrong reasons. Um, and I was like, man, and it's crazy. Just uh, the main point of that is your job will replace you. It is no reason going hard for a job that you're a body to them. Let's be honest. You are a body. You're a number. You contribute more to their dollars than your own dollar. For real.
Yeah.
It's just stockpiling motivation. You might have to have like some sleepless nights, some extra work here, that you have to do on your own, that you got to find on your own, but do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because being in that rat race, it's not where it's at.
Yeah.
It's not.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like, yo, for real, I want to shout out like everybody who, and I don't usually do this, but I want to shout out like everybody who's just out there like grinding. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up every single day and you go in and you don't ask no questions, bro. You go in and you don't question your ideals or the things that you want to do. You don't question none of that. I want to shout out those people, but I had to ask the question like, yo, like, how do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? I think we gonna get it. Can the insurance fit in this? Is the question. Can the insurance fit in this? Like, I want to know, like, for real. Like, I always say that. I always say that I envy the people who don't want anything in life. Because the people who don't want anything in life, their life is easy, bro. It's absolutely easy. Like, ain't nothing hard about waking up, going to work, doing what they tell you to do, go back to sleep, do it again the next morning. Ain't nothing hard about that. But it is hard to wake up every morning for work and ignore the thing that you want to do to go to a place that you know you don't want to be at, so that they can tell you some shit that don't make no fucking sense that you got to do, and get off and absolutely have no time to do or the energy to do the thing that you want to do, and the thing that you're passionate about, have absolutely no energy to do it or no time to do it, but you still got to do it anyway, and wake up next to the person who don't want anything in life, go to the same job that you go to, and they look at you like y'all the same. Oh man. Oh, look, for real. For real. Hey, look. I ain't got no problems with y'all, man. I just know, like, I got into a situation, man, and I was, man, and they got this raise coming up, man. They got this raise coming up,
It ain't helping nobody but them,
bro. But the thing is, though, like, every single time the raise come, bro, it's happened 4 times since we've been there, right? About 3 or 4, 3 times,
yeah.
3 times, I think it's happened 3 times since we've been there, Mark. And every single time it's the same exact conversation. Well, I don't see how this person get paid this much and that person get paid that much and I don't get paid this much. And I'm like, man, what in the fuck is wrong with you, dog? Like, I found myself in a conversation with a few individuals. They were, I tried my best. I tried my best to change that conversation. I tried not to lose respect for these people as we were having this conversation. And like, I was just like, yo, for real, like this conversation. And like I had to tell him, like, yo, this conversation is irrelevant. I'm gonna go this way. And I like you know how you excuse yourself from a conversation and you actually have something to do, and that's why you excuse yourself from the conversation. I excused myself for the conversation and went to stand in the middle of the fucking floor and did absolutely nothing. I was like, yo, I want y'all to understand that this conversation is dumb. Like, hell, like for real, like you complaining about the wrong thing. What you should be complaining about is the fact that you ain't did nothing to get yourself out of complaining about that. That's the problem. Let's start there. Once you start there, bro, you ain't got to complain about the money. Once you look at that, like, yo, somebody asked me, like, yo, you excited? We getting a raise? No, why? Why would I be excited? Because it's more money. All right, yeah. You know I wrote a book, right? Yeah, I do know you wrote a book. You know that if I wasn't here to make sales on that book, I will be making more than that raise suggests, right?
Thanks.
They was like, looked at me and was like, yeah, but nah, there's no but.
Yeah, but
there is no but, bro. Like for real, like they are paying you so that you don't have any goals. Get you some goals, fam. Like get you some goals, bro. Because like let's be honest, like yo, you are as a human being, you are capable to make as much money or as little money as you possibly want in your life. If that is your mentality, you ain't necessarily got to wait for no raise from work. You can raise yourself, fam.
Say that again.
You can raise yourself. You can make as much money on your own, or you can make as little money as you want on your own. And if you follow that philosophy, you ain't got to wait for nobody to give you a raise. You can raise yourself.
Ooh. Yes. This is why entrepreneurship is important, because everybody wants to be that person. But they ain't willing to put in the time. They ain't willing to fight for it. They ain't willing to sacrifice just their comfort zone. Because like you said, people have been having that conversation about, oh, we got a raise, we getting more money. But are you really though? And if it is getting more money, all right, get the same amount you've been working for a week and cut your days so you can do something that you want to do.
It's a lot of science in
that.
It's a lot of science in that. Like it's a lot of Japanese trigonometry in what you just said, man. But for real though, like what if I was the person that wanted to be that entrepreneur spirit and I have no idea where to go? Mark, what do I do?
What do? You learn, you get the understanding for it. You read books.
You listen to the Dirty Trump podcast is the answer that I was going for. You listen to the Dirty Trump podcast. Like, all right, though there's gonna be somebody who heard that for the first time. Like for real, like you gotta get yourself around some people, man. You gotta get yourself around some people who know a little bit more, know a little bit better than you, man. Like it's good for you to be humble a little bit and realize that you're not a person that know everything. Like you don't have to know everything. Like that's not your role. Like it's okay for you to not know how to move forward. It's okay. It's okay. It is your permission. You got permission right now. Like I give you, I 100% understand exactly what you're saying. We 9 to 5 too. It is what it is. But the thing is that we won't be 9 to 5 like the other people gonna be 9 to 5. Like I ain't necessarily about to be sitting at a job for 30 years and let them celebrate my anniversary and make me try to make me feel like it's the best thing in the world. Like we ain't about to do all that. I got a legacy to leave. I got things that I got to do, and those things gonna start while I'm off the clock.
Amen.
But it's okay to be in a space where you don't know 100% how to get where you're going. But the problem is that you know that you don't know where you're going, and you ain't reached out to nobody to try to figure out how to get to where you're trying to go. You just stayed on your own planet, fam. Like, I need y'all to get to a place where you reach out to people who are better than you. Stop hanging around these people who ain't about to, they ain't about to call you out on your bullshit, bro. Like, I got so many people around me, and it's sickening, right? It's absolutely sickening. I got so many people around me who will let people in their life do something, and it will be completely fucked up. And they will say absolutely nothing and continue to make excuses as to why that person keep doing the fucked up shit that they keep doing. Bruh, stop hanging around those people. Bruh, like, for real. I tell my team all the time, like, I tell them all the time, like, look, if I screw up, if I slip, if I fall, you help me understand exactly what it is that I did, and you put me on the right track. That's why we ended up having a group therapy session. That's what happened there. That's what happened. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but that's what happened. Group therapy session was them calling me out on my bullshit, and it worked. We are better now as a team than we were before we went into that situation. So you got to get to a place where you stop hanging around the people who are going to feed you fluff, dog. Like, they ain't here. They not here to be your cheerleaders. Y'all looking for cheerleaders right now. They not here to be your cheerleaders. They ain't got no pom-poms and they ain't in no tight skirts, fam. Like, yo, for real, you got to fire them motherfuckers, son. You got to fire them because they ain't good for you. They not good for you. So you got to get from around the people who make you feel good about yourself when you're doing the wrong thing, and get around people who make you feel bad about yourself when you ain't doing it right enough.
Yeah. Because we all know that one person. We all know that one person that you could bend over backwards for them. That you can bend over backwards for. You can cure cancer, but it's like always, why you ain't do it sooner? Or
well, they tell you could have been did that. You just was on your ass too long. Like, I already knew you could do that shit. Why the fuck you ain't do it last year? Like,
like, where my support at? You ain't giving no support. For real.
Like, I'm not talking about those type of people. The people who, they look at you like you ain't doing good enough. Like, I'm talking about the people who know you could be doing better. I'm talking about the people who, if I say that I'm going to write 10,000 words a week, this is the person who gonna call me on Wednesday and be like, "Hey, it's Wednesday, bro. You better be at 5,000. You at 5,000? Hey, you ain't at 5,000. What the fuck you doing, bro? It's Wednesday. What the fuck you doing, bro?" Like, I'm talking about them type of people, bro. I'm talking about the type of person when you say that, look, I'm going to the gym every single day this week, and you miss a day and that person on your head like, "Hey, get your ass in the car. We going to the gym." like I'm talking about them type of people, bro. I ain't talking about the folks that, they carry you every time you ain't you disappoint them, and they drag your whole life out like you ain't been shit your whole life. Like, I ain't talking about them people, because we know some people like that too. But those are people that you got to stay away from, man, because they ain't gonna necessarily tell you when you could be doing better. They just gonna try to mold you into what they need you to be. So we ain't talk about them. What's going on with Moore's Castle, man? Where we at?
Where we at? Still grinding. Since this whole freaking 5 days a week started, I've just been as best I can. Like you said before, getting off of work, coming home. It's just been a struggle, but hey, it has to be done.
Yeah.
Nothing concrete has happened yet. I haven't gotten into the whole game designing part yet.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Just right now you in the developmental stage, so I would say take all that time that you got right now to just like build it and see what it can become. And then once you get the concept of what you're doing, then at that point we move on to proof of concept. Which we already know you got proof of concept, bro. Because if you, I tell you, I'm gonna give you the license of one of these stories, man. And I'm gonna let you do your work with it. Once you get more that skill under your belt, we'll talk about that. So what was I about to say? I don't even know. Is it important? Probably ain't. I don't know.
You were talking about giving one of the license.
Yeah, I was done with that though.
I don't know where you're going at.
I don't know either.
How is book 2 coming along?
Right now, book 2, we are on the second rendition of book 2. That is about 7 renditions off of where we are. What our goal is of 9. We're going to do at least 9 revisions per book to make sure that it's as quality as we needed to be. Alyssa did her walkthrough of it and did her thing. I'll be going through with revision 3 by probably. Well, I've already started on revision 3, but at this point, once she finishes the second, then I'll go ahead and finish rendition 3 and go through and sweep everything that she found problems with. So pretty much what we do in rendition 2, after we both do like an initial read through, rendition 2 is just Alyssa going through, finding everything that she want to put red check marks on, and then I'll do rendition 3, which is go through and correct everything that she's doing. So we should have that all done by probably by next week. I was working on that when we started, but we still set as for the release date of September 4th. We're still set. At that point, we'll probably more than likely we'll be on vacation around that time. So it'll be a very fun little thing. Speaking of vacation, man.
Yeah, I seen you put something in a group chat about
That's happening, bro.
April?
Yep, that's happening. Right. Punta Cana, we going. Okay. We going. Punta Cana, we going. I ain't never been out the country, but I need a passport and I need a reason to travel, fam. And we going to Punta Cana. I don't care who going with us, but me and Alyssa, we going to Punta Cana. I just felt like I should go ahead and throw the invite out there. So
legit. Y'all gonna fly or
we gonna swim?
I mean,
a joint on the island, man. Like, what you talking about?
True. Because I know they're, well, they still got the vaccination thing going on where I don't know if I haven't looked into it. Courtney's been kind of worried about that. She wants to travel with her second parents or whatnot. So she was like, she might just get vaccinated just cause so she can.
The way I feel when it comes to the vaccination, boy, like I feel like it'll be like the light switch projects that they do at work, where it's like this is really important right now. We're gonna enforce this right now, and about 2 months from now, ain't nobody gonna care. I kind of feel like it's about to be one of those things because somebody threw the question at me like, what if they say that you can't take your mask off unless you got a vaccination card? I was like, well, I guess I'll be making money selling vaccination cards.
What? Hold on, you cut out. All I heard was selling vaccination cards.
I'll be making money selling vaccination cards. I got them for the low. Which state you need, bro? I can put your face on it. We can take your Facebook profile picture, go ahead and throw that joint up on there, we gonna make a hell of a lot of money. Sell them joints with the eBay listing on that joint, Amazon listing, free shipping with my purchase of everybody in your family, even the baby. We gonna get all y'all right.
You is not right.
You gonna get all y'all right. Yep. So yeah. But I kind of feel like at that point, all of this would die down, and like nobody would be talking about it anymore. And if they are talking about it, it's just like literally somebody bringing it up every now and then just to scare everybody. So
yeah, because they already talked about lifting the restrictions. Now they say if you have gotten vaccinated, you're not obligated to wear a mask, which is weird because I'm like, it's a vaccine, it's not a cure-all. So, but
But you know, this is America. That's what it means. You know, I am going to subside my opinions about the vaccine. You know, just in case there's somebody listening that could that will
a Karen, just in case there's a Karen.
a Karen, bro. I'm weak. I'm done. I'm so done. All right, man. Let's get off of here, bro.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we my internet.
Bro, come on. All right. Here we. I got you.
You got
all right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and leave a review for the Dirty Trump podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. Like the status and the status. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel
and
on
audio.
YouTube. Share the audio, share the video, whatever you want. Hit the bell on the thumbs up notification boy on YouTube. Do all that. Leave a review on iTunes. Leave a review on Facebook about the Dirty Trump podcast. Let people know exactly how you feel about it, whether it's negative or positive. Because I would love to read a negative review on the podcast, man. I would love to do that. Like I would love that. Yes. I'm fucked up in the head like that, man. I guess.
I mean, but like what? Honestly, like what negativity could you spread? Like we trying to spread positive,
bro. They leave negative. They leave negative reviews on Secret to Success, dog. Like ET get negative reviews, bro. Like come on now.
True.
Yeah, so I would love to read some negative reviews. So leave them if you can. As long as you leave a review, leave the negative joint with the 5-star boy though. Yeah, because that'll be dope. But yeah. So all that in the bag of chips, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, go and buy the book, The Gem State Siege, just on Amazon, and ebook and paperback, soon to be brought to you in a wide distribution in stores, libraries, all that soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that, as well as get the book to get 50% off of the second book to be announced sooner or later. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Dirty Trump podcast. My name is Aaron Mack. That is Marcus Morton, and peace. See y'all next week.